Morning everyone, welcome to the Tuesday session. We're going with backstroke themed warm-up, 2 minutes of backstroke skipping in 2, 1, go. And while you do that, I'm going to demonstrate my technological ineptitude. Okay, there we are. How are you doing today, Lewis and Michelle? Mr. Tritton, Sam Neild, that's fly skipping, I've done the same thing again. Absolute autopilot. How are you doing today, Alex? Morning, Coral. And stop. So one more round of that. In 2, 1, go. Morning, Lee. Okay, last 15 seconds. Try to stay bouncy as you can. Okay, and then we'll stop there. So you're gonna go squat to hip lift. So keeping it straight back. Pull on your toes if you have to. And spread your feet wider every time. How are you doing today, Ewan? Okay, so after the 6th one, drop into a windmill. How's it going, Charlie? Make sure you keep your back straight. Go up to an overhead Y. Then pull opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Just make sure every time you get lower, always be suspicious of your lower back grounding. To wall slides. So 6 of them, reach your fingers as far away from your head as you can get them. And then alternating shoulder rolls. And then switch directions. And rotate your thumb as you walk through it. Finish off the first part of the warm-up then with split jumps. No, you don't. You guys go walkout circuit. So remember, it's walkout, downward dog, kick, pigeon stretch, pigeon stretch, and then rotation plank. 3 times 3. Stand up, reset. rotate, walk back to the beginning. Just gonna see if that kick looks any better. Yeah, so try and lead with your heel. Just really get a straight line from your wrist up to your heel during that kick point. Just takes practice. Okay, following that, then you're going to go split jumps. So build them up so the last one's as high as you can get today. Right, and then the prep set, so you're going to go 3 rounds, 30 seconds mountain climbers, 3 each side thread the needle, and then 4 each side glute bridge march, and we'll build it up every round. So grab a quick drink. How are you doing today, Dave Hammond? Mountain climbers then, 3, 2, 1, go. It's a prep set, so make sure your form's perfect. Break it up into little bursts. So you don't want to be gassing at the end of the first round. And stop. Thread the needle. So elbows on knees. Rotate to the ceiling. Three, then swap. Wheels back for round 2. So try and make sure that you keep your back straight. You try to get up to so your elbows are on top of each other. Followed by glute bridge march. So 1, 3, 4. Back into mountain climber. 2, 1, go. So the idea of the mountain climber here, we're trying to build it up so your form's flawless when we get back into poolside properly, doing pre-pull the way we used to. Stop. Thread the needle. Just striving for symmetry on both sides. Again, just making sure you don't roll over away from your elbow. Then into glute bridge march again. Let's go with your feet a little bit further away. And make sure that your hips stay in line with your knee and shoulder. Back into mountain climbers one more time. In, 2, 1, go. So little breaks, idea being if we ever do want to go 30 seconds mountain climber, you'll get there quicker by doing breaks. Stop. Thread the needle. It's going to make it easier if you do it against the wall. Oh God, that's like half of what it should be. Keep double checking, make sure your wrists pointing forward in front of your knee and your elbows touching. Gets a bit easier if it's somewhere off to the side. Glute bridge march to finish. So feet further away still. And then stop. So part one today, we've got aerobic conditioning later on, but now we're going whole body strength, starting with Spider-Man press-ups, hollow hold, walking lunge, reverse plank, pull over, and glute bridge march. So we'll go 5 each side, 6, then 7. Pullovers, make sure you've got a bag ready. So Spider-Man press-ups. In 2, 1, go. Remember, treat this as movement skill because you've got a lot of push-ups later on. So just try and expand that circle where you can effectively push while holding your body position. Start from the bottom if you have to, and just hold. So another good way to start building that shoulder stability is to go to the ground. If you can't make it all the way up, just hover a couple of seconds at a time. And relax. Moving into hollow hold. In 2, 1, go. So fingers reaching for your feet, toes away from your face, shoulders curled up. You're going to keep using the mini breaks if you need to, but try and last longer each time. Two, one, stop. Hollow hold into walking lunge, so on your feet. 2, 1, go. So if you've got a limited amount of space, work through compass lunge instead. So ultimately you're just going to make sure that you maintain postural control. You're going to use that foam roller, same as the lateral lunge, switch sides. So again, just make sure that you're not starting to hunch forward. You've got something else to aim for. And then stop. Walking lunge into reverse plank. In 2, 1, go. So no marching on this one. Just gonna slowly get your feet further away from you whilst maintaining hip position. So yeah, think about all the running you've done. Here we're trying to lengthen out your hip flexors. Or relax them while your hips are working. Every 5 seconds or so, if you can hold it, try and get your feet further away. Last couple of seconds, and then stop, Moving into pull over, finishing off with glute bridge march. 2, 1, go. So pullovers, go single arm if you can, depending on what you've got, what you're using today. And just do holds at that bottom position. Straight arm, feel your shoulder and elbow starting to vibrate. It means it's doing its job. So this is where we're getting our element of scap stability today. Also, the longer you hold, the more you've got to use your lats to pull yourself back up. 2, 1, relax. So glute bridge march, 5 on each side. And then 20 seconds rest. So back to Spider-Man press up. Rep them out if you want to, but bear in mind, it's the second, no it's not, it's the third week of this push up to stand circuit, so everything's a bit longer. So it's more about trying to develop the integrity of those muscles around your shoulder blades so you can keep building that shoulder stability. So 2, 1, go. You can always start narrow, so if you want to do repeat reps, start narrow, next one just go a little bit further away, a little bit further away. So there won't be much difference between where your hand starts and where it ends, but it's going to start increasing the demand on your shoulder quite substantially. Okay, last 10 seconds. Working the holds if you have to. So you can also do archer push-ups where one hand stays in the same place, other goes out to the side, and then stop. So hollow hold. 2, 1, go. If you can manage to hold this, start peppering in the streamline. So I've somehow lost the ability over the last couple of weeks. Got pretty close. But if you regress it to this, go 2-second hold and back down, you'll start to build up that endurance more effectively. So make sure you keep your neck relaxed. The last thing you want is to start learning how to engage your core when you tense your neck. So try and keep your eyes to the ceiling. And initiate that pull from below your ribs, not from your chin. Relax there. Into walking lunge. It's not going to feel like there's much difference towards the end of it, but you've got to be aware of when you switch. Walking lunge. So keep trying to, but when you go for those diagonals, make sure you can almost push and make sure your hips stay forward. That's probably too far. That was alright. Switch sides. The other thing is, if you start trying to reach too far, if you're holding that foam roller, it won't work. So I go out here. And then stop. Into reverse plank. 2, 1, go. Like I said, every 5 seconds, bring your feet further away. So you're trying to get them in front of your knees, ideally. If you want to keep building that force production capacity, go down, move them away. Try and go for a few seconds and stop. Then into pull over. 2, 1, go. You can try and combine it with dead bug. If it's too heavy for you to hold for a few seconds at the end, or rather, if you can't hold at the end and then pull back confidently, the bag's too heavy. Last couple of seconds. And stop. Glute bridge march. So 6 on each leg this time. Remember, start close, walk your feet away. And stop. 20 seconds off. One more round. Spider-Man push-up in 2, 1, go. Big giveaway. If you're starting to struggle, is your ribs will come up before your hips. So if you go too broad, hips in the right position, back's flat and even, and you come up from this, then regress it again. Even if they feel too easy, slow down the reps. Wrong knee. So again, you want to build that shoulder stability. Go to a point that's challenging and just fall down as slow as you can. Try and aim for 4 to 5 seconds. So make sure you can feel work being done through both shoulders, and then relax into hollow hold. 2, 1, go. If you feel that your neck's starting to strain on every rep, bring your feet closer, keep your core in the same position. It's like a static midpoint for a dead bug. And then relax. Walking lunge. 2, 1, go. And then switch legs. Last few seconds. And then stop into reverse plank. 2, 1, go. So if you want to start making these more challenging, start with your feet further away than normal. Go into a glute, essentially just a normal glute bridge with a much bigger range of motion. Hold for a few seconds. If it works, go further away. Just make sure you extend all the way from the floor, with the ability to keep extending through your hip. So all that work from the ground up was above my hamstring. Relax into pullover. They're too light. 2, 1, go. So the further you deliberately try and push your toes away from your fingers, the harder it's going to become. Switch sides. And then 2, 1, relax. Finish on glute bridge, and we're going 8 on each side. So try and go out and back, go for a double at the end with straight legs. Elbows off the floor. Six. So in the whole thing you're working through, hip has to be at knee height. 1 minute break into our aerobic conditioning block. So this week you've got 14, 12, then 10 push up the stands, 50 seconds of star jumps and tuck jumps in the middle. Remember with the tuck jumps, so for me to survive I can't do triples, but keep them as singles. Bouncing between, and just try and play around with how many bounces you take. So if you can get a good high quality tuck jump with 5, stick with that. Try and cut it down to 4 where you can. If you can tuck jump, maintain a good height, and have 1 in between, that's monstrous. And well done to you, but I can't. Alright then, push up the stand then. A couple of seconds left, make sure you've had a drink. In 2, 1, go. So we're 14 today. Last couple of seconds. Just on time. So look, a couple of seconds off into star jumps. 2, 1, go. Okay, stop. Push up the stand again. So 12 reps. In 2, 1, go. Oh, that was 13. Whoops. So a couple of seconds left. So now you're on the rest. If you finish early, try and just maintain it for round 2. See if you can still get the reps done. Then we're into tuck jumps. In 2, 1, go. If you have to stop, do so. Tuck jumps aren't tuck jumps. If you're so tired, you can just about do that. Relax. Push up the stand. In 2, 1, go. And that's 10. So 10 seconds left to get close to that mark, followed by 20 seconds of rest. So again, remember, if you're finishing way too early, slow down the reps. Today's one I was trying to see whether I could get them all done without the squats. So now I'm going to throw them back in and match up my effort to 50 seconds. So back in to push up the stand. In 2, 1, go. 2, 3. 12. And stop. So descend if you have to. If you get 14, 12, 10, try and go 12, 10, 8. Tuck jump, nope. Star jumps in 2, 1, go. Last few seconds, stop, 10 off, 12 push up the stand. 2, 1, go. Make sure you stand up fully with a straight back. If you find that standing up's blowing you out, but your shoulders can handle it, try and throw in double push-ups, relax. 3 seconds into tuck jumps, 2, 1, go. Try and get your feet up off the floor in each rep. Each bound should be quite active. Last 10 seconds. And stop. Finish on 10, push up the stand. In 2, 1, go. So basically, if the push-ups feel too easy, it's the standing up that's wearing you out. Go for doubles, less standing up, more upper body work done in the same time frame. And relax. 20 seconds off, one more round to go. So ultimately the aerobic conditioning was supposed to be focused on upper body, trying to condition your shoulders and your triceps to get more work done. Back into it. 3, 2, 1, go. You'll be able to slow down your push-ups as well. Have more quality. 14, and relax. Star jumps. In 2, 1, go. Ten seconds left. And relax. Into 12. Push up the stand. 2, 1, go. Relax. 10 seconds off into tuck jumps. 2, 1, go. Just over halfway. Two, one, relax. That's got me beat, but you got one more round. 10 push up the stand. Finish strong. In 2, 1, go. Last 10 seconds, try and get to that mark of 10. And then relax. So open up all the windows. Make sure you get your mobility done. Start with quads. 2, 1, go. Okay, swap legs. into hamstrings. Other side. A session like that, your heart rate's going to stay quite high for a while unless you do the recovery bits. Sort of help with blood flow, bringing your heart rate down, so that when you go away, start your day, that you're back to breathing normally. Switch over into hips. Other side. Into lats. Overhead. Lats and chest probably going to be the main one for today. A lot of glute bridges, so hips, lats, chest. Small circles arm overhead. Use your free hand to manipulate the roller. Switch sides. And then finally on the chest. So arm away from body. Swap over. We're trying to focus on the insertion point of your pecs, so away from the middle part, up just onto where it meets the head of your shoulder. Remember to do your plank challenge at some point today. Thanks to those of you who stayed on to watch live. We'll see MPS Thursday and the rest of you tomorrow. Take care.